Don't neglect the soft skills. If you're an individual who wants to learn MBA skills, one of the most neglected areas are the soft skills, and I highly recommend you address them. It's a grave mistake not to. Welcome, colleagues. I'm George Sloan. This is the MBA Accelerator, and I am very pleased that you're here, and I want to share some thoughts on individuals that are thinking of an MBA level education. I don't believe that you need to do the traditional route anymore. There are ways to shortcut it, and we share a lot of that here, and we'll be sharing even more. One of the things I always try to bring up, because everyone with MBA ambitions, they always go focus on the analytics. And yes, the analytics are important, but you want to not forget that some of the skills that MBAs don't really develop and should, and I highly recommend you do, is develop those soft skills. What are the soft skills? Your thinking skills are one set: critical thinking, creative thinking, inversion thinking. There's a whole bunch. I've got a whole series over on my Ford University channel. If you're interested, I'm going to be putting some of them over here on the MBA Accelerator. The other things that you want to think about in terms of soft skills: emotional intelligence. I always talk about this one because a lot of people, when they hear emotional intelligence, oh, emotions, weakness. Emotional intelligence is actually the exact opposite. That is the difference, and a lot of people don't really see it until they start to dig in. Emotional intelligence is you being strong. It is you being able to control your emotions. It is not being able to let go or panic when things are not going your way. It allows you to think clearly. It allows you to make good decisions because you're not letting your fears and emotions overcome you. Another thing, leadership. Everyone thinks, oh, I want to be a manager. I want to be a boss. You don't want to be a boss, I'll tell you that. You don't want to be a manager. You know, it's not a bad thing, but it's not the ideal. The ideal is to strive to be a leader, and it is a soft skill. A leader doesn't develop followers. A leader develops more leaders. A leader takes away blockers and solves problems for their team. They build a team that doesn't necessarily rely or need them to be there watching 100% of the time. A leader provides a vision and then challenges their team to help accomplish that vision. A leader tends to think more in terms of servant leadership. How can I help you, my team, be better? How can I assist you and remove obstacles and blockers and get you funding? Or that is what a leader focuses on. A leader is not a boss. A leader does do a little bit of management, but quite frankly, a leader should be hiring qualified managers and helping them help him or her to lead in a way that gives rewarding, challenging opportunities to managers and works at developing them to be a leader. These are all soft skills that, again, traditional MBA programs kind of miss. And you need to make sure that you don't fall into the trap of not developing these. Let's talk about some more soft skills. Another soft skill that you should work on is interpersonal relations. You want to learn how to be a team, not only if you're a team leader or a team builder, you want to work on being a good team member, being able to collaborate with others. Sometimes, much like they say in the movie The Untouchables, there's times for individual achievement and there's times for a team effort. And in this day and age, you get a lot further and a lot farther along if you can collaborate and work as a good team member. Even if you're not the team leader, or maybe you aspire to be the team leader, a team leader isn't necessarily assigned the leadership role. They kind of assume it. They kind of are pushed into it. The best leaders, I think Steve Jobs used to say, are the people that didn't want to be the leader. But they did it because there was no one else to step up. And that's where there is a big difference. So work on your leadership skills and, as I say, work on the team skills. Another thing, you want to work on your sales and negotiation skills. Those are soft skills that need to be nurtured and developed. You say, oh, I don't like selling. I got news for you. Every single person is a salesperson at one level or another. That's right. You are all selling people. You're selling your friends that you're a good friend. You're selling your family that you're a good family member. You're selling your spouse that you're a good spouse. You're selling your kids that you're a good parent. You are selling your employer that you're a good employee. You're selling your customers or clients that you're providing them a good service and that you're a good service provider. You want to be a trusted advisor to those folks. So when you're thinking about developing your MBA skills, don't get purely focused on pure concepts, frameworks, models, and processes. Work on those soft skills. There are models and concepts in those too, but they're usually, again, overlooked. Let's talk about something else. Ethics. I think this is going to become more and more important because I look around and I see some very bad things being done and some unethical things happening in the world. My feeling is that you want to work on your ethical and morals and knowing right from wrong. And here's the way I look at ethics. It's very simple. It's a guiding post and a guideline and a pathway to doing ethical things. Would you like to have the world know what you're doing? Would you be embarrassed if it was in the newspaper? Would you be embarrassed if your family found out what you were doing? If the answer is not what it should be, then you need to think about your ethics. And those are some, rules of thumb and guiding principles to help you. Additionally, when it comes to soft skills, learn to have empathy. Now, you say empathy for what? If you're, for example, a marketing MBA focused person, empathy is very, very helpful when it comes to dealing with customers and clients. If you can have empathy for your customers and clients and understand what their problems, issues, and concerns are, you will then be able to better design a effective and hopefully profitable solution for both you and them. Empathy is very powerful. Also, when it comes to internal situations, empathy is good. Everyone should be treated with dignity and respect, and you should, have some empathy for your employees, your suppliers. These are things that, again, are kind of overlooked and forgotten when people think about the traditional learnings of an MBA. So I highly recommend that you consider rethinking not just the technical, not just the analytical, but think of those soft skills because, again, they're going to make a difference in the results that you get in the real world. If you like this kind of material, please consider subscribing to the MBA Accelerator channel. You want broader perspectives, you can go over to My Ford University, which looks at personal and professional development, as well as other alternative to traditional higher education. I would hopefully get a like out of you for this and consider sharing it. I always say, please don't keep us a secret. I'm sure there are other people that can benefit from it. Please consider sharing it and looking at some of our other videos and course and content offerings. We look forward to you being a frequent visitor. I want to thank you for your attention today, and we'll see you the next time. Again, thank you very much.